Hey, Dr. Kim. So I'm just doing this recording as promised to give you some feedback on the site and some ways that I would probably recommend making some changes on here that I think will improve your conversions. First of all, for the web developer that's probably watching this video, very nice job on the site. Everything is laid out very nicely. You did a good job. There are some conversion aspects that I would recommend making some changes on the site, so I'm just going to jump into those. First of all, I would remove the Find Us on Yelp here in the top section. Top right-hand corner is your prime real estate for your calls to action. So instead of having them go look for you on Yelp, you want to get them to pick up the phone and call you or to plug in their email address. That should be the only call to action on the top of the page. So that Find Us on Yelp, I would leave those down maybe at the bottom of the page. That'll be fine, and certainly on the testimonials page, the Find Us on Yelp would be great as well. Okay, so that's good. Also, right now there's no integration with Facebook, and certainly there are people that appreciate Facebook interaction. So I would put some social media links on here, like on the old site. They have the Facebook, so I'd probably put a Facebook thing up there. But Dr. Kim, if you are going to be putting a Facebook thing on there, make sure that you're actually, having some active posting of some sort on Facebook, even if it's, once a week, somebody from your office. That can just be a new task for them. And it can be on any subject, but they should be posting something on there. Maybe an article they find with a link on related to vision or anything. It could be a movie, and hey, talking a little something about the movie and whatever. It could be a funny story about a patient, but something. If you're going to use Facebook at all, you need to use Facebook, so that would be on your site. And I did, take a look at your Facebook. I would also recommend that you customize the images on Facebook. So again, if your developer does Facebook branding and YouTube and Twitter and everything else, then go ahead and have them do something. If they don't, then we can certainly do that for you. We do some really slick design work as well for social media, and should be kind of an extension of your site. So on your existing site, for example, you don't really have anything that's branded, and I would definitely change that so it looks more like your new site. Same thing for your Twitter. Right now your Twitter link doesn't go anywhere, so if you're going to utilize Twitter, then obviously utilize Twitter and get it branded. You had also mentioned when we were on the phone a moment ago that you wanted to do some things with YouTube. I definitely agree with you. I think that would be a very wise thing to do, and certainly can drive business. And there's lots of ways to utilize video above and beyond what we discussed. That is going to be pre-made videos that you can license and use. It can also be used for gathering video testimonials and all kinds of things. So again, we can create YouTube channels for you. We can brand them so that everything's going to be consistent, and we have strong calls to action in all the design work that we do. There's strong, consistent calls to action across all of your social media profiles. So again, if you need our help with that, we're happy to do it. If you've got someone else that can do it, that's fine as well. Then on the email button, again, those are all good things, good calls to action. But your primary call to action obviously is going to get people to call. So from a design perspective, I would make this really big. On templates that we do, for example, this one here, it's big. I mean, call us, and it's giant, and we've got all the social media icons there and RSS feeds and everything else. What people are looking for when they come to your page, because remember, you're going to have a percentage of people that are coming from regular websites or from regular computers, a percentage of people that are going to be coming from tablets, a percentage of people that are going to be coming from mobile devices. So you want your primary information at the top. That's going to be your phone number, your call to action, which is going to be call us. You're going to want your hours, you're going to want your location, and you're going to want your call to action for them to, to provide their information to you. So you don't have to go with a long form like this. I mean, it's really short form, but you don't have to go for all the information. As your other designer would probably mention to you, if you're just asking for email address, you'll tend to have a higher opt-in rate because you're requesting less information, so that's fine. But because we're going to be running a deal on Groupon, while we're running the deal on Groupon, I would probably omit this offer right here, and I would make this offer something that relates to your offer on Groupon. Or we just have a separate opt-in form as we had discussed before. So just to kind of recap that. So what you're going to want is we're going to want to have a pop-up opt-in. The reason for a pop-up opt-in is specifically needs to be a graphical pop-up opt-in. The reason that we utilize that, especially with this kind of an offer that we're going to be doing, is it gets the person's attention right away and forces them to take an action, whether that action is closing the box or filling in their information. It elicits a much higher response rate. In fact, it typically will triple or quadruple or even better your opt-in rate. Feel free to go ahead and forward this email to whoever's going to be creating this for you. Again, strong call to action, something like enter to win a $150 gift certificate, or enter to win free movie tickets for a year, or something like that, that is going to be of great interest to the people that are opting in. And then basically, in terms of terms and conditions, you can certainly list those as well if you'd like on there. You're going to be probably just adding in, that odds of winning depending on the number of entrants, and drawing to take place on, and then whatever date. So you're going to want to plan that that particular drawing to happen probably a week or two after the conclusion of your offer running. But anyway, graphical pop-up opt-in, and that's going to be linked to your autoresponder, whether that's something that we're managing or whether that's something that is going to be managed by Demandforce. So you're going to want a string of messages that are created that are designed for a prospect. Separately from that, you're going to need a page that's going to be for a voucher registration page, which is just going to be a regular web page. It'll be a separate page that's not going to be showing up in navigation. It's going to be, again, a separate page. Now that separate page is going to have a few bits of information that you're requesting. It's going to be requesting basically a lot of the information that we have on here. So it's going to be name, email, phone. You don't need best time to call, but definitely name, email, and phone. They're also going to need to enter their voucher number. So it's basically going to be registering the voucher with you. The only reason that you want that is, again, without a voucher, valid voucher number, if somebody gets that link and registers, then they're going to, they're not going to get free stuff, but they're going to get messaging that's related to buyers of the voucher, not messaging that's related to just a regular opt-in. Okay, and on the Demandforce side, or on the email management side, if somebody opts into this list, then they need to be automatically removed from this list. So again, they're getting messaging specific to buyers as opposed to messaging specific to prospects. Right? Return to that here in a moment. So coming back to the site here. Again, I would just make something bigger like this and include this information in your header along with your social icons. So this section right here. Okay. Also, bottom of the page, you also want lower left-hand corner, another nice big opt-in. And again, you don't have to have all this information being requested, but you do want to have a strong call to action. So that, and the reason for that is that if somebody does not opt in with the pop-up, but they scroll down your page, you're still going to want for them to have a way to opt in, even if they've closed your pop-up. But this would, again, be the same offer that shows up in your graphical pop-up. You are going to want a map, and ideally you want this on your home page. You're going to want a map with a phone number, and that should be a map that they can plug in, that when they click on, it will bring up directions to your facility. The reason that that's important is that people that might be on a mobile device, they might be out and about and want to get your offer and want to know how far away you are. So you're going to want to have that on your home page. I haven't checked to see if this is mobile optimized, but you'll want to make sure this is a mobile optimized site. If it's not, then we can create a mobile optimized version of the site for you. Again, people are going to be going from the Groupon to check out your site, and if they're on a mobile device and it doesn't display properly, that'll reduce your conversion rate. And if you have a mobile optimized site that they land on, then it will increase your conversion rate. And all the same information should display properly. So they should still get, a graphical pop-up opt-in. They should still get strong call to action. They should still have your phone number that's prominently there, the address, all the same information. Let's see. Next thing, as soon as your Groupon goes live, you're going to want to make sure that on your specials page you have a link that says check out our current Groupon, and that should have a link going to that Groupon offer. Your contact us page right now, there's nothing there. So you're going to want to get that fixed. And this is the error message that I'm getting. Now I'm running Firefox right now. The rest of the site does work, but this one does not. And if I go up to request appointment, I also get that same error message, obviously because it's going back to the contact page. If we go to, close that out, questions, ask questions. So if I click on there, I also get an error message. So that'll probably want to get fixed. Also, if I run this from Chrome, I'm going to point out one other issue right now. So this is in Firefox, everything is displaying properly. If I go to Chrome, I'll go to your home page. So on your home page, everything seems to display properly. If we go to the About Us page, everything seems to display properly. But if we go to any other page, watch, we'll go to Photos, it'll display, and then we get that. And that actually shows up on every other page that we go to. So yeah, so basically it's just a browser conflict, so you need to get that handled as well. Okay, so now we're in Internet Explorer, and again your home page is displaying properly, your About Us page is displaying properly, but the other pages have the same browser conflict. And we're still getting the error message on the Contact Us page. But browser compatibility is a fairly easy fix, so I'm sure that's something to be able to take care of pretty quickly and easily. And I would say that's about it. You know, for the main offer, I mean, the rest of the site is not going to be as critical. Obviously, you know, the main page, which is displaying properly on all browsers that I'm seeing right now, is important. A strong call to action, probably replacing this would be important, and then obviously big phone number, big call to action up in the upper right-hand corner. Those would be the main things I would focus on. And then on the Demandforce side, close this out. If you'd like us to handle your email marketing, again, we'll get it all set up for you. Otherwise, I don't know if Demandforce is going to require that you kind of set it up on your own or what, but that definitely needs to be set up and integrated with the website as soon as possible as well. So I will talk to you soon. If you have any other questions about the site, let me know. And for the developer, again, nice job on the site. You do good work. And if you have any questions about any of the feedback, then shoot me an email. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.